welcome back to the Trendless podcast, where the Trendless talk about trends. My name is Kanklin.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Matt.
And today we're going to talk about electric vehicles and Elon Musk because of the current gas prices and sort of the ongoing trend of how electric vehicles are becoming more prominent. So, what do you think about this, Ben? Kanklin?
It's a long time coming. I mean, it's been... the first Tesla Roadster came out a long time ago, and actually I think it was electric vehicles came out before gas ones. When cars were first created, they just couldn't get enough battery, which is still the problem now for certain ones, right?
Yeah, because they're charging station, and they only go a certain amount of mileage before you have to recharge them again.
Yeah, there is pros and cons, though, because I work on vehicles, too, and pros are... pollution and the
pros pollution.
Pros, no pollution, and stuff like that, and kind of helping with emissions, and that. I mean, there are pros to having it. There's also some cons, I believe, but I think those cons, you if you're not, and it's hard to do a road trip in a Tesla or electric vehicle,
because you'd have to recharge. I don't know what the mileage on them are.
And to supercharge, to do the supercharger, where it charges fast on your on a Tesla, it costs, if you don't have a certain model and you don't get it for free, it costs $17 to fill up, which is
that's kind of
crazy. That's gas.
That's essentially actually worse than gas.
So,
but
yeah, I would say that this is, if you're driving to school and back every day, and that's all you do, and you drive home, you have a garage, and you plug it in every night, do not worry. But if you need a lot of battery, or you go on trips and stuff, if you're a traveler, not for you. If you live in the city, if you work at the same place every day, you could consider it. But
yeah, I was at where was I?
I don't know, Joe. Where were you?
Oh, in Arizona. Okay, I was at a hotel in Arizona, and then they had these Tesla charging stations, and then they had the Teslas, and we had to park actually in the back because so many people kept coming into to charge their Tesla.
Yeah, that's a big thing. But besides that, I think it's great. But I'm actually going to school for diesel mechanics, so I will be working on semi trucks and stuff. They use that diesel, but the big next step is making all semi trucks, the big tractor trailers you see, electric. And the biggest problem they have right now,
big battery.
Yeah, I know. The only thing that they do is, you don't realize how much power it takes to pull these trailers at 80,000 pounds, which I think is the max weight. And these guys are cross-country drivers. They drive hundreds of miles a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to make a battery that can last that long and pull that long. And what if you run out of battery? What are you gonna do? You can't go grab a can of electricity and pour it into your car. That's the big thing, and that's why this is going to be my career. So I believe that they'll figure it out probably by the end of the time, or sometime in my career, and that's okay because I'll just switch over to electric. But it's something I don't think will happen very soon, just because they can't figure it out. But I believe it is, the oil companies do not want it because they make less money, and so they're not pushing it. But I mean. I think it's just Elon Musk is also I think they have $0 set away for ads, but
something
he gets
like that.
I don't think he has any.
His ads are just being
his Twitter page.
His Twitter page is his ads, and so are memes because he just.
Yeah, I will give it to him. He has done himself. A lot of people love Elon Musk, unless you're the government or Nancy Pelosi or something. Then not to get political, but because of taxes or whatever. But people love him, and it's cool because he's funny and he's actually cool. He's the only cool billionaire that I've seen.
He's not a weird lizard man.
He's not a robot at Mark Zuckerberg.
The lizard man was also at Mark Zuckerberg.
They're 2 in 1.
They're two. It's a 2-in-1 deal.
Yeah,
You get a
Lizard
robot
Man.
and a lizard man.
Yeah, but so I think he's cool. He's helping himself a lot because, like, especially with Dogecoin and stuff, he's just making everyone thinks he's a cool guy. He is a cool guy, but it's definitely helping his sales,
Yeah.
and his cars are pretty cool. I think that's where we're definitely going in the future, just because
Because everyone's
emissions is the only thing why this is better. Is if there was 0 emissions with gas cars, they wouldn't make a move for this. But this is something where if we keep using cars the way we do, we're going to. Which I was thinking, okay, so do you know that cows? I believe it's cows passing gas in the
Right.
world creates more carbon buildup or something in the
Right.
or more gas in the entire world than all the cars do in a day. Like they actually have like worse emissions than cars. Literally, I'm
A
not even
cow
kidding.
has a worse emission.
So the with all these cow farms, actually, other industries are more. Or what about like the huge factories with a mile-wide exhaust tip pointing straight to the sky, blowing out smoke? So there are pros and cons to it. I think it's great. It's something that you have to get used to.
yeah.
I love the sound of a V8 engine. I love the sound of a gas or diesel engine, and that's just one of the big things that was holding me back from this. But I think it would be great.
It's no sound.
Yeah, no sound. But I mean, because I love working on engines, and it just seems like there's not much to work on in electric. But it's something you have to keep your mind open to, because for the average consumer, I feel like in this I'm more opinionated
Right.
because of what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Because for the average, for the average consumer, right? Electric vehicles are cool for you, right?
they'd be. I'd buy one if they were
Cheaper.
cheaper. Yeah. Yeah, I would buy one if it was cheaper.
But yeah,
like
so that's
Yeah.
the opinion. Like,
consumer opinion, I would buy it.
once everybody has electric vehicles, every car brand, the prices are going to go down, and that's about what's happening. Only people who don't like it are car enthusiasts or some, and then oil companies, because that could end their entire business. But I don't see electric cars being I don't see every vehicle. I have wondered this: are they going to like ban gas cars once it becomes almost all of the cars are electric, or like?
I think it's just gonna like be a phase in, phase out thing. So it's
And
gonna
other ones phase out. They stop making gas cars.
Yeah,
and-
they'll stop making them, but they'll still be around for another like 10, 20 years until essentially all the gas cars kind of break off or break, and they or they produce a lot more electric cars than gas cars or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just think it's something that you have to keep your mind open to. Average consumer,
Yeah.
awesome.
They might also make gas cars more expensive to buy than
To
electric.
discourage from.
Yeah, yeah.
Or what they can do, what they have right now is this thing called the gas guzzler tax.
Right.
And for certain sports cars, their cars, if you get below a certain amount of miles per gallon, or so it takes a lot of gas.
Right.
There's a tax for that or something when you buy the vehicle to discourage buying something that you have to use so much gas for.
Huh.
So any things that are super fast cars and stuff.
So
But-
I don't know. So like I'm trying to think of a fast car. Something really fast, but I don't know.
A Lamborghini.
Yeah, sure. That's a good one. We'll use that. So like a Lamborghini, they have the tax on that.
I know that only one that I've actually seen on the website is Dodge.
Chargers.
With their Charger Challengers, their SRT.
Oh,
their
I've-
SRT Hellcats, the
Yeah.
supercharged V8 engines that are huge.
The ones I see at like outside, essentially.
Well, yeah, that's usually where you see cars, Joe.
really?
Really?
No, I meant like out when I'm driving around, and
Yeah, that's where you see cars, Joey.
no kidding. What I'm trying to say is I see them around. Okay.
Yeah. So the ones like that, they have gas killer tech because they have terrible gas mileage. They're huge engines.
Yeah.
But that's one thing that I think they're going to start doing is discouraging them. But I got to look at this from unbiased because in biased
opinion.
is not good. But unbiased, I think it's great. I think excuse me.
You think Elon Musk
is doing a great job with what he's doing. And
I'm gonna say Tesla's doing a great job with what he's doing because Elon's he's like the CEO or whatever, CFO.
He actually changed his I think he changed his title from CEO to like Techno King or something.
Yeah, he's like he's sort of like he's the face of the company.
He's a meme at this point and he loves it. And
yes, he's essentially a meme, but like he's sort of the face of the company.
Oh, he is the face of the company.
But like everyone else is where you get the actual competence.
But every company is starting to make electric vehicles. It's no longer Tesla anymore, and there's like the Mustang Mach-E, which I think is stupid that they turned a Mustang into a convertible and made it not a convertible. They turned a Mustang into a hatchback, and it's electric, which to me just doesn't seem that great. There's a lot of companies. I think every car company has at least one electric or hybrid vehicle. Yeah. So. So this is where it's going. I feel like it's going to get better and better, and we're going to figure out new ways to have longer lasting, more powerful batteries, and I think that is something in the future. And Ford has the Lightning.
I'm looking at
F-150 Lightning, which used to be.
I'm looking at the F-150 Lightning right now.
They've had F-150 Lightnings in the past, but they're always gas ones. But this is the first Lightning that's electric. Yeah. So a lot of vehicles or companies are doing that. Like Prius was a hybrid. There's a lot of hybrids.
This is the 2022.
Yeah. That's the one you can see a video of Joe Biden driving it off, which is kind of funny.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. People make edits of it.
Range 230 miles, battery only.
Yeah. So
you can only go about 230 miles on it.
But when you put it in perspective, I have an SUV, right?
Right.
Or like a mini SUV. It gets about, I think it fills up, it's like 15 gallons, right?
Mm-hmm.
With my...
I think mine's 16 gallons.
Yeah, something like that. I get about 350 to 400 miles of range on a fill-up.
I have no clue what mine is. I just know it's 23 miles a gallon.
Yeah, average.
Average is
so
20.
It depends, but it will tell me how many miles until I probably should, or till it thinks I should fill up, or till it's empty actually. But
I get essentially a week of going to school and back and senior lunch and stuff from that. So,
when you think about that, if that's something that you come to, like for us, that would be good, right? We go drive it for a day. We have to charge it every night.
Right.
That's fine.
But if you have to go to like a...
So the only problem is the capacity. Now, I don't need that capacity, right? If I'm just going to go charge it every night after using 50 miles.
Dude, the charge time is 14 hours at 220 volts.
What?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's actually... I don't know.
You just charge it at night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what people do. But they want the capacity higher in case you need to use that higher capacity on a road trip.
Right.
That you cannot use a Lightning on a road trip.
Right.
Absolutely not. And then you have to worry about, is there charging stations where I am?
Yeah.
Which I bet they used to have to think that about gas stations. But, I mean...
Not really.
I just think this is the future, and it is...
Pretty much as like with oil and stuff, like gas stations kind of shot up a lot because gas stations used to be also like diners as well.
Yeah.
So you get like gas and your food, or you like wait outside for a little bit while they'd give you gas or something. So they popped up a lot.
You still do that? You never had that gas station sushi?
Nah,
You never had gas station sushi?
no, because I've always been like kind of warned about stuff like that.
No, of course I haven't had that. Like, you never eat food from a gas station unless it's like
QT Pizza.
QT Pizza. Didn't you go there for lunch the other day?
Or
something
last week.
Oh, yeah. So, unless it's something like that, but I don't know. Gas stations might turn into electric charging stations.
Yeah, they might
But
just
the
be a giant station.
But the only problem with charging outside of your house is, do you have 2 hours?
Or 14.
They never fill it all the way up because, like,
Right.
that's the biggest con with electric vehicles is because I actually filled up my car on the way home from school today, and you know how long it took? 5 minutes.
Yeah,
And I have 400 miles,
yeah, and they have what 230,
and it takes 14
and
hours.
yeah, they're not gonna fill it up all the way.
So if you're an emergency, sucks to suck if you have an electric vehicle. That's all I'm saying. I
But-
just think it's good. No one's going to use 230 miles before they charge it back up unless you're on a road trip. And that's the biggest thing. So
Yeah,
I think it's a new future. They're definitely going to improve it because just like gas engines were terrible when they first came out, and they've gotten very improved. So we will find a way to improve it, and that will be the new future.
yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. So this has been Trendless, and stay trendy,
Stay trendy.
and yeah,
Have a great day.
have a great day.